Hey, welcome back, everybody. The RT Machine Podcast. We're at episode 23. I've been absent for a little bit. Your host here, Brian Kraling.
Take number 3 on the intro.
Yeah, take number 3 on the intro.
First time Brian goes, shit, that's loud. He's like, shut up.
We got, who's on here today?
Oh, we got Dean here.
Eric's here.
Ryan's here too.
Yeah, and guess what? We're going to have Jeff and Rob call in from Greene Street Joinery. We're playing around with my phone connection, and we were actually playing a little intro music in here, and I had the Vision Quest soundtrack on for any of the wrestlers out there. That
Is it a pretty well-known movie? Do people know about this movie?
Yeah, like people from my era.
Okay.
So I've never heard of it.
1985. Yeah.
Is it in black and white or?
Yeah, it's black and white. Yeah. Is
it really?
No.
I thought you were being serious.
Loudon Swain. That was what it. Actually, there's a band called Loudon Swain.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Was that from your era too?
I don't know. I forgot to look that up.
When you started playing music earlier, I was getting ready to tell you that I've never watched First Blood, the first Rambo movie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because I just listened to the book on tape. I just finished it, so now I got to watch the movie.
Yeah, I've been like messing around here. Here's the what were you on?
I confess I can't stand Sylvester Stallone.
You've never watched the movie?
No.
Well, no wonder you don't like him.
What are we listening to?
Is this?
Well, I'm on my.
This is Vision Quest.
Yeah, I'm on my Spotify here and trying to figure out what
sounds
song.
like the Nutcracker.
It does sound like the Nutcracker, doesn't it? What do we got going on? Four Seasons. I don't think that was part of it. Oh yeah, there was like if you were. Oh, this was the slow dance.
Is
song here,
this a
Junior.
rom-com? What is that?
This is the soundtrack for Vision Quest.
I thought it was a wrestler movie. It sounds like a Richard Gere movie.
Well, there's they try to put some love stuff in there too. And,
Is this locker room music or what?
oh, this is a good one. See, this one's you want to run when you listen to this one here.
People talking, and they're saying that you're
You got to check it out. It's a good movie.
Run away?
You're doing a really good job selling it.
Yeah. I'm on the weak side of this right here.
Yeah, I'm going to take that one off movies to watch list.
Come on now.
You had me at wrestling movie, and then I don't know what kind of wrestling they're doing here.
Yeah.
Dio.
There you go.
There you go. So you guys can
This even sounds. Oh,
This must be
Hungry for Heaven. Is that what this is?
Hungry for Heaven. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. We have a winner over
This
there.
must be the ending song as it's going off. Everyone's happy.
Long live Ronnie James Dio.
Yeah. See, only Journey. See, that's a good classic band.
That's a good song.
You can't beat Journey right there. That's too funny.
I went to a concert a couple weeks ago, and it was a bunch of pretty heavy bands. It was Avatar, a band called New Year's Day, and then Ice Nine Kills, like some fairly heavy stuff. But before one of the bands came on, they were just playing music, so people had something to listen to. And they played Journey, and everybody in the place sang.
Yeah. It's one of those bands.
Yeah.
What's cool is because we're going to be calling Rob and Jeff here, and Rob was a musician. So let's, he was actually playing the big assemblies. Yeah, let's get him going.
Hello.
Hey, Brian here. You're on the podcast.
What's up? Hello.
How are you guys doing?
Good. Welcome back to the show. We've been missing you.
I know. We just had to do an intro on it, and I was like, man, I didn't know what episode we were even on.
Took 3 takes. A little rusty.
So it was like, this is one of the, I think we did, what did we have? Fred call in.
Yeah.
From Ascentrium.
Ascension Capital.
Yeah.
Two or three podcasts ago now.
Oh, Fred. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did he do their deal?
Babe.
Yeah, actually, they did your deal.
Yeah, we know Fred. Yep. Yeah, he's got a sister local to us And he was actually out here in the summertime, and we missed him. We were down about an hour south at a job, so we weren't able to meet up.
Okay, the famous Jersey Sister.
Jersey Sister. Yeah, he knows all the areas when I'm over there. Where you got today? Very cool. So you guys had some good stuff on Instagram there.
Yeah, we're plugging away over here. We doing some painting today, having spray booth issues, which is, there's always an issue with something. So that was the issue of the day.
The street big is humming along now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So you in the groove now? Pretty good with it?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's so fast and just so easy. Like the effort level is fractional compared to the slider.
So what you're saying is you want to try to bring the slider back into it. You want to try to make your life a little more difficult, right?
Yeah, just so we have somewhere to rest our coffee, because the street big doesn't have a lot of horizontal surfaces.
Oh yeah, that's funny. Well, that's awesome that it's working out real well.
Oh yeah, even I'm using it. That ought to tell you something.
Well, it makes it nice because you can. Are you guys using the mid fence quite a bit just for like small cuts and things?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
So we broke down a lot of Formica on it also, which it gets a little tricky because it's so flimsy. We're cutting like 4x10 sheets of Formica, but figured out some little tricks for doing that too.
Yeah, we used to just put like some spring clamps on it, like up high.
Yeah, I didn't think of that.
And I think we actually, does it have a full grid on yours? Can you get a spring clamp in behind or not? We actually had some spaces where we used a hole saw and cut a couple areas where were specific, and we would just put the spring clamp in behind there because it could hold the pieces. Up to
right. Yeah, the stop on the right-hand side, if you flip it down like halfway, you can actually stick the piece of Formica behind it too.
Oh, okay,
and
good.
Hold that side. Yeah, which worked out.
Nice. So yeah, you guys are over the hump on the salt boxes, right?
Oh yeah, just about killed us.
That was, how many were in that batch?
That was 550, but we ended up with we ended up with like 710 boxes, but then we paired out like, I don't even know what we ended up with, like a dozen. We ended up like shipping out like
12 extra.
Yeah, 560 boxes.
Wow.
And we had about 50 rejects because we were having those laser issues.
Oh, that's right. Early on there. So everything's going pretty good now.
So we usually like to have more extra than that. They sold 550, but things happen. They get damaged in shipping, or people have some sort of unfair expectation that doesn't get met. So we always like to send a couple extra.
Yeah, no, that's good. Very cool. So now you're back into some cabinet jobs then?
Yeah, we got a big white oak job going right now. Back into some hardwood stuff. It's like 6 individual cabinets that go under 2 sets of windows in an apartment up in North Jersey, like overlooking Manhattan. We've got some solid oak display cabinets we're building for the Historical Society here in town. Building a little painted window seat with an oak top. What else we got going on?
We got the Notre Dame game table.
Oh yeah, we're building a table for a gift for a woman's husband. He's a Notre Dame alum, and she bought up a bunch of pieces of the old stadium bleachers, which are made out of, she said, redwood, and I mean, I guess it's what it is.
Yeah.
Wow, that's
so great. It's super old wooden bleacher, as you could imagine.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
How's cutting that stuff?
There.
How's cutting that stuff?
I want to cut.
It's soft. It's soft. They were outdoors. I mean, they're really,
the inside is red, the outside is, silver.
Right.
Been bleached.
Yeah.
But it usually cleans up pretty good. Did it clean up nice?
Well, we're leaving it rough.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tina.
So they're like 9 by 24 pieces. So we're making a table. So those are like glued up with big dominoes, shortways. So it's like a cross grain table, basically. Rob sunk some steel into the bottom of it. And then 4 stools. And it's all on like that gas pipe sort of base.
Yeah.
Which not really our style, but it fits with the whole motif, I think.
Right.
It's a pretty cool sounding project, actually.
Yeah, I've been hesitant to really post anything. I'm not sure. I don't think this guy follows us on social media, but I don't.
Oh, you don't want to spoil it. Yeah.
Yeah, his Christmas surprise.
Not a huge
And I guess
Notre Dame fan.
They're in a big bowl game, allegedly. So
Yeah, maybe you don't want to spoil that.
Let's find out.
they're playing LSU, I think.
Yeah, I did read that.
What are they ranked now?
They finished out maybe 12th. I don't exactly remember. If you don't finish in the top 4 anymore, it doesn't
16.
really matter.
16.
16.
Yeah.
I don't think my Mountaineers are in any bowl games.
They're playing in the Tony the Tiger
15.
Sun Bowl.
Nice.
The Mountaineers, I think, are in the beer keg tossing contest game.
They're bound to win that one.
So they're in the Sun Bowl.
Penn
Yeah, they're
State's in
going
the
to play
Peach Bowl.
Oregon
Okay.
State in the Sun Bowl.
Yep. 21 versus 15.
Oh, the Ducks.
Very cool. Yeah, we were playing around with some different ideas here, and pulled my phone in on we were doing some movie clip soundtracks and stuff there in the very beginning. I said, well, Rob is a musician. We need to throw some of his tracks into some of this here.
Yeah, well, I'll send you some tracks. You're free to use, no charge.
Awesome. No royalties.
Nah, none at all.
We'll lay down some ukulele over the top. There's a ukulele in my office that nobody in the building knows how to play.
There you go. What have you guys been up to? You got that showroom going yet?
Yeah, painters coming in next week, right?
Monday. Yep. Gets painted Monday. We have the CR Onsrud scheduled for delivery, the CNC router, the first week of January. So it'll start coming together pretty darn quick.
Got a bunch of Frolmac equipment to slide in.
Yeah. Yeah, there's already plenty of machines here that need to go in it. The warehouse is quite full of new and used machinery now.
Yeah.
But
Sounds like we're gonna have to take another drive out.
Yeah, well, look at this. Let's look at the spring.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, another field trip on it. Yeah, we're looking forward to it. It's been a long time coming here.
We ought to do a spring show this year.
plan on the spring. The warehouse is a little bit cold right now.
Yeah. We get everything up and running. I saw you guys had some more deliveries from Lewis.
Yeah. So they brought us like 318 board feet of white oak on, is that Monday? Tuesday. They're great because like we usually start at 7 and he was here at 7:15 or something. So that's like perfect, you know.
Yeah, you can keep moving on for the day.
Mm-hmm. He's like, man, I drove 220 miles for this.
That's on the outer edge of their delivery radius. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do they have
yeah.
other customers out that way too, right?
That's what they said. Yeah. I think they go almost all the way to the city.
Yeah.
Or I think they've had deliveries in the city, but I think he said it's hard to find guys who are willing to
drive in.
Yeah, to take a truck in there now.
Yeah.
And especially now they have the congestion pricing for the tolls and everything. It's like $36 to get to Manhattan.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
right.
for
I
the
forgot that. So they actually got that rolling now. It's like
Yeah,
the lower,
from
the lower
6 a.m.
streets.
to 9, below 62nd or something like that.
Yeah, you have to pay tolls going down through.
It's $15 for a passenger car.
Wow.
Jeez.
I got to go into Brooklyn. We have another edge banner being delivered over there on Wednesday. And
What is it?
They got a Flexi P, and then we have another one that's going out to the end of the island. I think that's a compact PC. Doesn't have the corner rounding on it.
Nice.
Yeah, I have another one working on too. That's right there on the island too. That's a compact PCS just like yours. So they're getting close. They had just gotten their CNC and everything hooked up, and we're trying to get over the hurdles of that till they placed their order. So
how are your guys' Section 179 sales going? I've been looking at the emails. There's some screaming deals in there.
Oh, there is a lot of screaming deals. Right now we're moving house.
Yeah, there's some stuff starting to pop for sure.
Mhm.
We had 2 Crestwood grinders that were in one of those email blasts we did, and one of those just sold today.
Edge sander just sold today.
Yeah. So, yep, they're definitely starting to pop.
Guys are doing cash and carry.
I'm sure you guys saw there's a nice auction going on right now in Pennsylvania, and there's like four Niederman dust collectors.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I think there was a point-to-point or something in that one too.
They're cheap right now, but they won't be pretty soon.
No, it doesn't matter until the last 5 minutes.
Yep.
If you can't hear all the dinging, Ron says hi. He's on the road driving home now, but he says hi.
What's up, Ron?
Yeah.
Here's the question is, Brian, when are you coming back out onto the show, and which one of these guys are you dragging with you this time?
Yeah.
You know what? I could probably do that next week as I'm going through with. I gotta pick up equipment at that other place we're doing, and I could come down through if you want. Some of these other guys got to get out there. It'd be good.
Road trip.
Yeah.
Road trip.
That'd be
I'd
awesome.
like to see that Sahiza run. I don't think.
Yeah, it runs nice.
Yeah, I just talked to another customer this week that I was. He's only about 50 minutes from you, and they're dealing with like an old unit like you had, and
Oh, God.
just all they're doing is putting the banding on, and then they're doing everything by hand. And
Oh, that's productive and cost effective.
yeah, that's what I was trying to tell them. I'm trying to remember the guy that came down that ran a job. We did have some stuff quoted out to him. I don't know if he pulled the trigger. Hopefully he didn't pull the trigger on anybody else's.
Oh, Stan, yeah.
Stan, yeah.
He's a big Felder guy. He's got a bunch of Format 4 stuff, so I don't know maybe if he went that way, but I'm in pretty regular touch with him. I haven't seen anything.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't get any response back from other emails, so I didn't know if he was just holding tight or. But he saw it work in action. That was the key.
Yeah, we did that whole job for him in about, I think it was 11 minutes.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? You think about what having to do all that other handwork and stuff. I can't even imagine guys would want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just the aftercare or whatever you call it, like filing, buffing, and everything like that. Just to not have to do that is, it's a luxury.
Well, and that's just taking those few extra minutes before running a whole job just to really like fine tune it. That's key because it just saves you hours of work.
Mm-hmm.
And even, when you get into 2 millimeter and stuff, you just can't even make it as nice as it comes off the machine.
No.
So it's
like that stuff at the drapes at the window treats.
Yeah.
That came out really nice.
Yeah.
cool. I saw you guys had some other good videos and stuff with John too, with today's Craftsman.
Today's Craftman. Yeah, so actually today we put out a video on the joiner, just like sort of like a little crash course on like how to read your lumber before joining it, which side and which direction to feed it, and sort of how to use it. So it's a pretty good one. It's about 22 minutes long.
Oh, that's good. So you guys getting some traction then on that side of things?
A little bit, yeah. Yeah, we've been so busy that we kind of just been, I don't want to say phoning it in, but we've just been, making sure that we're putting out at least one video a week consistently But I think maybe in the springtime we're gonna have some more time to devote to like maybe.
Yeah.
What, they add the day to the week? Come spring? Is that the
Well, days get longer. Maybe some like project videos, like actually building something that other people can build.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Comes time.
That was a good one.
Is that
That's a nice
before or
plug.
after the kitchen?
Yeah, I gotta finish my kitchen.
There's how long's that going on now? That's most of the year here, right?
Just 2 years.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time. I wouldn't rush into it.
I don't want my wife to get too, I don't want to set the bar too high.
Yeah, holy
Right.
cow.
Yeah, don't rush into this.
The funny thing is, though, as soon as the kitchen goes in,
Something.
then it's going to be, boy, I could really use a dining room table or, something. There'll be another project straight onto the board.
Oh yeah. Table I can handle. It's the cabinets in the kitchen's the easy part, which is sort of where I'm at now. But there's just all the little odds and ends. I gotta, still change out 3 windows. I gotta paint. I gotta do the floor.
Yeah, all this stuff would take some time. I have trim work to do on the second floor. Of course, all my equipment's in the basement, so it's a hike up every 3 flights of steps to get to the trim work to nail up. So it's like, do I take the saws up there and make a mess, or just do it down there and run up, do 400 laps in a day?
That's all you want to do after being on the road all week, too. Of course, you don't sit still.
Yeah, the last couple of weeks it's been tough with the out on the road with holiday and hunting season and everything else. It's tough.
Yeah, how those Hatfields and McCoys treating you down there in West Virginia.
Oh yeah. Did I tell you that story? I lost service and I was out on this mountain and I clicked. If I'd have stayed on it, it'd probably been okay. But I clicked off of it. And I went to there was another customer on the way to that job. And I was like, oh, no big deal. I'll just swing in here quick and then go back to that. Well, it wouldn't let me go back on. And then I got lost. And I was deep in the woods. And when you look at it showed all green. So you couldn't even see the roads through the trees. So I'm like, I don't even know which way to go. Like,
back the way it came.
Yeah. So yeah, I was like, okay, I see 81 way over there. I'll just keep watching my dot on the screen and see if it goes over that way. So
yeah, it gets pretty thick out there.
Oh yeah, it's crazy. I mean, some of those areas, it's so desolate and just repressed. It's amazing. Some of those towns, you just don't understand how even some of those people survive.
Yeah, forgotten towns, man.
Moonshine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you think about it. There's some of the stuff, stores. I think the one town I went through, there wasn't another like mini market for 45 minutes. I mean, it was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's impressive.
So you think,
yeah, I mean, Appalachia has struggled for a long time. I mean, with getting medical care down there and all sorts of just basic needs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's still like that. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I thought, some of these areas couldn't be that bad. Well, it's pretty bad. But they don't know any better, and that's what that's where they live. A lot of sawmills out in that area, that's for sure. That area is pretty. It was funny. One of the customers I went into, they put a generating system in just for getting rid of all their waste of their sawdust. And West Virginia, they ended up having to pull it out because West Virginia has a thing where if you don't use 110%, if you don't make 110% of your power overall, you can't use off the grid. They actually surcharge you and it costs you more money. So they ended up they ended up having to take the generating system out of their facility because of
holy cow.
Yeah.
Got to burn up all that coal somehow.
Yeah.
So that was pretty interesting. I was like, oh man, we could put one of those in here. And he goes, well, we had one. We had to take it out. And I was like, oh my God, that's pretty crazy. So West Virginia, they have kind of a lock on that whole energy deal, and You have to really be producing a lot, you know.
You gotta love the government.
Just crazy because it's a great way of being able to get power back into some of these mountains.
Yeah.
Versus trying to pull off the grid and run cables and everything back through.
Well, that was one of the things that they ran into. It was very unreliable.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they had a lot of outages and stuff, which really caused them, you know, plant shutdowns and stuff like that right in the middle of the day.
Yep.
So,
windy, snowy day and a tree comes down.
Yep. Pretty crazy.
Do you guys still cutting
Speaking
wood
of
on a
snow, you
Friday?
guys
Or?
get anything up there yet?
What's that?
You guys get any snow up there yet?
We had a little bit. Was it yesterday or day?
2 days ago.
2 days ago.
Wednesday.
Not much. It's pretty much all gone. There's a little bit spotted in the fields.
There was more snow in Maryland than there was in Pennsylvania. I was down towards Deep Creek this week here, and they had probably 2-3 inches down there, and I came home and we had a dusting.
The roads sucked up here, actually.
Oh, did?
Roads on Thursday morning weren't very good at all.
Yeah.
Trans Am doesn't get around too well.
Put them chains on that bad boy.
Yeah.
The problem was he didn't have his mullet on. So,
Yeah, forgot to say yeehaw.
Yeehaw, yeah. That's
Once you get the mullet on, the rear end just wants to break loose all the time.
exactly.
Loose is fast, baby.
It was funny. I was at the diner the other morning, our little regular Cuppy's diner there, and one of the guys, the car guy, and I was showing him a video of Eric's Trans Am. He's like, "Hey, is that for sale? I'll buy that." I was like, "No, I don't think that one's for sale."
Hey, how's the carnivore diet going? You still on it?
I am like not on it 100%. Like I had a piece of pizza today.
Well, it is the holiday season.
Yeah, it's tough. I had a pile of freaking candy. That was half the battle up here. I was like, Jesus Christ. You know, those little tins are like everywhere you go anymore.
A bag of deer jerky sitting on the conference room table.
Well, that was carnivore.
But yeah, we got the candied pecans out there. All the weird holiday packages that start showing up from vendors and stuff.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went on a pretty bad bender around Thanksgiving. I'm still recovering.
You know, it's funny when you're on that and then you do eat the other stuff, I think you feel like 10 times worse.
Oh yeah.
You're used to feeling good, and then you go back to shit.
Yeah. Reel in the trash.
Yeah, I think a lot of it's the processing and the sugars and things like that. Yeah.
So what else you guys got on deck? What's on the horizon?
What do we got coming up? We got some numbers out on a kitchen out in Sag Harbor, so we're gonna punish ourselves and drive 4 hours out to the Hamptons probably again, and they want to have that done before the springtime because then they got to start getting the house ready for summer.
Oh,
you know, these people, they only live there for I think 2 months a year or something like that. I think they live in Miami, and they go out to this house in the summertime.
The cold brew coffee.
Yeah, we have a commercial job we're working on, a big, almost 30-foot banquette, and some stuff in the front, you know, sort of a window seat. What else?
That's all going through the Sahisa.
Yeah, we just got 14 sheets today of 5x9 Egger melamine. Nice stuff. The Egger patterns are really nice.
So is Jamal doing the upholstery on that?
I don't know who's doing it on that. That's with the designer that we started working with recently. We're wrapping up a big salon with her right now. And actually, she was over just a little while ago telling us about how the GC is screwing the pooch on that job. But
yeah, some adventures.
You know, painting the entire place the wrong color.
Oh, wow.
And now it's all built. And they're like, well, you're going to be fixing this somehow.
Yeah, that's never easy once everything's completed.
Yeah. It's funny. I mean, we were talking about it, and it's like, if you're a painter, you have one or two things to really concern yourself with, and I would think the number one would be the color.
The color and what gets painted.
Yeah.
That wall and that wall should be that color.
And it's like a corrugated metal roof decking with those like metal trusses, and it's like a 20-foot ceiling, so it's not like it's going to be easy for them to redo that. So
all exposed work.
Feel for that guy. He's going to be on there on Christmas Day when nobody's in there.
Yeah, it sounds like he's got it coming because he kind of sounds like a dick.
So that's going well.
I think
got a lot of cool stuff coming up then.
Yeah, we got a ton of bids out on residential stuff, and a lot more commercial, bidding more commercial work coming through the door, which is good. That's sort of what we're hoping to make our bread and butter, is that commercial millwork stuff.
What was your conclusion then on the compact laminate?
Oh, God.
You had to bring that up.
Yeah. I had almost forgotten about it.
Yeah.
2 words, never again.
Yeah. It's brutal, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't understand why it even exists, to be honest.
You and me both. I bucked it so hard, and there's just better ways of doing it. And it's
I burned up
impossible to
so
work
many
with.
drill bits. Yeah, I burned up so many drill bits, roasted like about 3 blades.
What about drilling the holes for the plumbing?
Yeah, so it's the thing that we built it's 3 sinks for doing the shampooing at the salon. And the plumbers did us a huge favor in the concrete slab floor and put they only did 1 supply in the center, just a hot and a cold supply in the center. So they had to run all the water from that center cabinet. So I had to drill 2.5-inch holes from the center all the way out to the other 2 cabinets, through 8 thicknesses of this material. So I had to go get a diamond hole saw and run it in a grinder. It was the only way to really do it.
Yeah. Yeah, you almost have to figure on $1,500 worth of tooling for something like that.
Yeah.
Once you start really ripping through blades and stuff, it goes quick.
And we needed to add like an end panel, and we ran out of material, and the lead time is like 8 weeks, or so they said 8 weeks. It ended up being like 12. I bought a sheet of 1/2-inch AZEK. It looks exactly the same. It would have been perfect for this job.
So you'll know for next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we ran across it quite a bit on some commercial specs, only because they were pushing it so hard. But there was honestly a lot of the stuff that was in a white, we just did it out of, a solid surface, because it was cheaper. Yeah. It was easier to work, and you could
I even tried a solid surface. Yeah, I tried a solid surface blade, and it didn't work at all.
No, but I mean, taking that same job that's spec'd as compact laminate and just turning it into a solid surface instead of running.
Yeah, and they don't even say that the compact laminate is waterproof. So it's like, what's the advantage? I don't really see any.
No, I think overall it kind of is, just because of all the resin in it. But I think what they're, if it was submerged, or I don't think they really totally recommend it for like a shower area or anything. They actually make a panel for that.
Yeah, that wet wall.
Yeah. But, well, good. That job's out of the way then.
Hallelujah. That was our Christmas miracle.
Rest of it.
So your shop space has to be, your flow much better with that extra room you got now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, you don't realize how much room you actually pick up, and just as you're working, all your sheets are vertical. That's actually quite an advantage.
Yeah, and that Adapa cart's working out great. That was a good deal we got on that. The guy drove it all the way up here from Maryland.
Wow, that was a good deal then. Shipping included.
Yeah, in the morning, the morning he had to. We paid $200, extra, which was well worth $200. The morning he was going to bring it out here, his truck wouldn't start. It was like the first really cold morning, and he like shoved it in his wife's. It was like a Hyundai Santa Fe or something.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Wanted that sale.
Yeah. We ended up paying what, $700 for it, which is half a retail.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Oh, how'd you guys like the tour and everything down there at New Doors?
Oh, it was great. Really cool place. And we've totally changed our spray setup since then. We bought a turbine unit when we were there. So I was actually using that today, really for the second time, but for the first time with paint, and it's working great.
Much more controllable with the turbine?
Yeah. We're having, I think, those water issues with the compressed air. And I don't know, the way that the turbine works, it saves you on material, allegedly. And I don't know, it's able to push out that water-based material, really well.
Oh, that's cool. Every little bit helps, right?
That's right.
Yeah, we're just trying to find a good system. There's a lot of different finishes and ways to spray out there, but you've got to pick one and get good at that one.
Yes. Are you guys still talking to them about that sander?
Yeah, they're actually going to come out, I believe, after the new year. We're going to run some samples. So they were trying to get over the hump at the end of the year and break away a little bit of time that they could bring stuff out and we could really just spend a day and dial stuff in and really see if it's going to work for what they want to do.
Yeah. Well, that's a good drive. So that's serious intent.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I think
and what they have is not up to snuff with everything else that they have.
No, and that's it's definitely a challenging with that MDF product. It's we're pretty confident we can get them 75-80% there. Other guys might claim more, but in reality, it's really the number.
That MDF is hard to really get all the fuzzies off of once you get down in them grooves. There's no great way of doing it without hand sanding, but
yeah, Ryan actually has a few that you have. How many of those out there?
I mean, we might be up to 5 or 6 here in the past 2 or 3 years of them, but most are using for solid wood, which it was intended for. And then I know a couple of the guys will run some of their MDF doors on it, but I think they still have to do some hand sanding as well on them, just because it's a brush. It's not a pad going down, pushing down into that crevice, but if you tweak it here and there, you can get, like Brian said, probably 70-80%, which is still a lot of hand sanding eliminated. So
yeah, those are cool machines. Where are they made?
They are Denmark.
Huh.
So they are.
Yeah, and you can tailor them pretty well. I mean, they do complete lines where it's going through a sanding process, a priming process, all lineal, and then coming back through another sanding process, before doing maybe a hand sanding or something to them.
I just seen the guy sent one out. There was a forehead.
Oh,
it was it was the cross belt, orbital, and then 2 drums on it. So
yeah, pretty
good. They sand a salt box.
Might have to make a special one for that.
Yeah. If it could do that,
we'd have to sell a lot of boxes.
Yeah.
That's a lot of sanding.
Oh, you're not kidding. My hands still hurt every morning. We finished those before Thanksgiving.
Were you sanding after they were assembled, I'm guessing?
Yeah, so they come off the laser. There's a couple little hand sanding and shaper work like on the lid. Then they get assembled, and Rob hits them on the oscillating edge sander,
Mm.
and then I hit him with the orbital.
Short straw.
Short straw, yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
they
they
do make
both
those.
suck.
They make those vibration gloves. Did you ever see those? They're actually
Yeah.
for sanding.
They suck too.
Yeah.
You know, the Dynabrade sander was pretty good. The only thing is, like, I have to hold the box with my left hand. So that's really where all fatigue comes in. It's like you have to squeeze this box and flip it around, and you're sanding the 6 outside sides and the inside of the lid.
So one of the manufacturers we work with, they actually do a sanding table that does little vacuum cups that'll vacuum your parts fast. So if you're doing a door, you can turn it upright and it'll vacuum, has little vacuum pods on it, almost like you'd see on like a pod and rail.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's what, like a foot pedal actuated kind of thing?
I think it's foot pedal. It's either foot pedal or a little lever on the side.
Yeah, then I'm flipping that lever 7
600
times 550.
That's the thing. It requires so much attention and tension in your muscle to hold the box and sand it
for 10 hours.
Yeah,
Great.
That repetitive activity is just grueling.
Yeah, that's definitely. So when's the next batch? Like a year or 6?
No, usually we do a spring and a fall.
Oh, wow. Coming around the corner then. Be here before you know it.
Exactly. We should just order the material now and just start cutting them.
Yeah.
That might be the way to do it.
want-
Is just to fill in a few here and there, during a week and not make it so grueling.
Yeah, I want to talk to the guys at Lewis about having them. I want to see how their price compares. We get it from these guys in Wisconsin, Oak Couch Hardwoods.
Maybe Lewis can do it.
Yeah, if they can, even just match the price, I'd rather get it from them. They're a little more local, and we like dealing with them. So
Yeah, well, that's good. I'm glad that relationship worked out.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. We got a good circle.
So you guys were late in the day on a Friday. We're glad you guys hopped on with us.
I was going to ask if.
Oh yeah, we still got work to do.
I was going to ask if you were still cutting wood or if the beers have been broken open
We
yet.
still have our aprons on as we're talking to you.
So it's an attempt to
Yeah,
still work.
I got to clean the spray gun.
Ah, jeez. Well, we'll let you guys get back at it then, and we appreciate you guys coming on, and I'll touch base with you next week to see if I can get in there.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
All right.
thanks for having us.
Hey,
You
thanks
guys
again.
take care of yourselves.
All right. be
Hey,
safe,
you as
guys.
well.
All right. Bye-bye. We pulled back into our intro music, our in the background music.
Sorry if we blew out the speakers in your truck.
Yeah. That's too funny. I kind of like that on the... We're back into our relaxing music. Too funny.
We were saying beforehand, it's a good thing we don't have a million listeners because we'd be kicked off for playing music like this in the background.
I forget what the other... It won't let me go forward. See, I don't pay for it, so I have to...
Are there little salt boxes, the dovetail joints on the end?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was trying to find them here online. I finally found them. Oh, they are pretty small to vacuum.
Yeah,
too.
That's a brutal project.
Yeah, I could see how that could take some hand sanding.
Yeah, it's a tough one. There's not like a great way because it's only like this big.
Yeah. I mean, if they were doing thousands of them, you could probably justify one of them sanders for it, but...
Well, you figure they're
So you
doing
did
thousands.
2 batches of like 600, I think, roughly. But yeah.
Still hard to...
He likes the music in the background. See, it gives a little soft beat to there. I can't fast forward, so we're kind of screwed with this stuff.
And you used up all your skips.
Oh yeah. We
Did that before the podcast.
You actually
started.
have to like shut it down and then bring it back in and stuff.
Gotcha.
Cool. Well, I think that was a great show for today. A little interesting, right? We'll have to.
It was kind of cool. The phone thing. It's cool how well it works. Like the audio is actually pretty good.
Works better than you'd think it would.
Yeah, and I think when you have, somebody on the other end would actually. Now they were on a speaker,
It sounded good.
in their podcast area, but I think if they were able to tune in with headsets,
True.
would be pretty good. Because when we ran that trial run, I was out in the shop with it,
Okay.
and I had my other headsets on, and it worked out pretty good.
Sometimes it's hard to convince folks to come to Hughesville, PA.
Yeah, we're just gonna have to put people on the spot.
Just call up. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, chiming in right there.
Go to the trailer park beside us.
Probably not.
We could do like live. We could do that. Yeah. Just do interviews.
Us walking through the trailer park getting shot at.
Yeah, that's like Brian's West Virginia trip.
Don't worry about the gunshots.
Well, everyone, till episode 24. Thanks for tuning in.
Hopefully you like Journey.
Yeah. Hopefully. Till next time.